please remember to leave a like, a comment, share the video about, and if you haven't already, subscribe. Thank you. Well, isn't this just fantastic? Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Even though we didn't hit our like goal because I'm going to say Thanksgiving, but it's possible the topic itself, we're going to do a part 2 and continue with the discussion between Asmongold and DSP. Before we start, of course, I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you had all the foods and are now suffering for it by going to the gym, you lazy bastards.
Okay, well, here's another one. I even recognize this name, Duty Streams. This one also isn't your main channel either, right?
Nope, these are all my detractors.
Okay, all right. Mighty D. This isn't you, is it?
Nope.
Okay, let's see. Okay, Robust Urban Garlic. All right. This is, again, not you.
So for those who didn't watch yesterday's video, this is Asmongold proving the point that DSP himself had made, that DSP, because of all the detractors, is virtually impossible to find. Now, I would argue with the filter function, it is still possible to find DSP if you know his name from the offset. That's important. It's why I had to do that with Beauty, I've had to do it with Tipster, I've had to do it with Monday Matt all the years ago, I had to do that. It is inevitable when you become a lolcow that you are pushed down, when the lolcow's community of creators that disparage you are more interesting than the creator themselves.
Could I actually tell people my channel, so if they want to check it out, they have an opportunity?
You know
if
what?
They have a chance?
I mean, we're not going to find it here, so I think you have to.
Okay, my main channel where I stream every single day, well, almost every day. It's usually around 5 to 6 days a week. It's youtube.com/DSP Gaming. Okay, my channel is so old, you don't need the @ symbol to find it. It's actually hard-coded DSP Gaming. It's been around for 15 plus years.
It is worth noting, with regards to this shameless self-promotion, DSP did gain around 7,000 subscribers on his channel, but according to Social Blade, no marketable increase in viewership, which is somewhat understandable, because while somebody will undoubtedly look good, potentially good in a conversation, people aren't always going to be interested in swinging by and supporting, especially when the well of DSP has been poisoned years ago by DSP himself. E-begging is the one that does it.
So basically, these detractors have completely taken over your YouTube algorithm, and now nobody actually watches you. Like, you're a well-known figure on the internet, but nobody actually watches you.
You're right. Right now, more people are watching the restreams of my stream than my stream.
How did this happen?
Before DSP gives his answer, I'd like to posit a theory that because of the behavior, the mannerisms, the attitude, the entitlement of DSP, many were less inclined to go there and more interested to go elsewhere, because then may well come the content itself may have commentary, it may have something that adds a layer of context or interest, or simply people grew tired supporting somebody who constantly asked for more. I was informed you'd made, at one point DSP had made $900 or something on a stream. Didn't take any time off, he just carried on, acting like the most entitled little bish possible, as if nothing happened. $900, I mean, you could take the day off, DSP. I think you're so chronically online now, you are dependent on the attention you get from the internet.
Combination of factors, the big one that actually sunk my channel was that in 2015, so this is 10 years ago, a detractor hit me with a whole bunch of false copyright strikes, and this is when the copyright strike thing was really abusable, okay? I was a partner with Machinima Network back then, and they had a meeting with YouTube about it. And YouTube says to Machinima, Phil needs to delete any videos on his channel where these detractors could actually hit him with a false copyright strike.
When I think about the relationship between yourself and Machinima, what impresses me the most is the fact you outlived it, not with what they did to try and help you in 2015. Although there might be a number of videos that exist in the online space that debunk what he has just said. I say might. There are.
Whenever I was asking about the detractors, why do you think that you have detractors?
See, there's a million reasons why. And listen, I'm not gonna...
Are any of them your fault?
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I was just gonna say. I was gonna say, there's no way that I'm gonna say it's never my fault or it's not my fault.
The history of DSP, much like that of Chris Chan, goes back so far. I'm surprised with DSP there isn't a chronicles of his poor choices, although not at the same time, since all of his happen in the online space. His personal life is nowhere near as interesting as Chris Chan's. And the only reason he's admitting that he's partly to blame for all of this is because of where he is right now. Otherwise, he wouldn't bother.
This all started back in around 2011 and 2012.
All right.
Okay, so for a little bit of history lesson, I started on YouTube in 2008.
Yeah.
I started doing this for a living in 2011. And at one point, I was actually one of the bigger, not the biggest, but one of the bigger Let's Players on YouTube. Okay, I was getting 10 to 20 million views a month on my main channel at that time.
Okay.
People like to point out that with all those views that he was making, and this is pre-Adpocalypse, surely Phil made a lot of money. Phil did. So where did the money go? And this is where his e-begging by today's standards is often a marvel, because he made a lot from being as popular as he was, considering the market was nowhere near as saturated as it is now. It's a damning statement about irresponsibility, and also the, I would argue, somewhat tenacity that Phil has to keep on acting as if nothing's happened when he's made a lot of money.
What happened was, I thought I got too big in my own head. I got a big ego. Okay, I thought my shit didn't stink. My content's the best.
Yeah.
Right? It's the best playthroughs out there. And people started to throw me criticism and like, Phil, dude, it's 2011. You're not even doing direct capture. You're using a camera to record your TV. What are you, stupid? Like, you're making money. Why don't you go get a capture device? Why don't you do this and do that to improve? And I was very stubborn. I basically would always like clap back and argue, and I'd be like, no.
It's funny how humble you're trying to appear now, because that attitude of not being able to take any criticism on board, even sound criticism, has led to so many people making content about you. And it's typical, really, because if you don't listen to those that are fans of you, they invariably become detractors of you. It's why it's so fascinating to see world when so many of the people who make content against the likes of Amber and Chantal were fans of them, especially Chantal. The vast majority were fans of hers, and most of them are also fat. I hope you heard that.
My content's good as it is. I know I like to do it the way I do it. I'm not going to listen to any criticism or whatever.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening is one person made a video called "This Is How You Don't Play," and I'm sure you've seen some of these. You've been watching.
I've seen
Detractor content.
Yeah.
So the original one, I believe, was Metal Gear Solid 2, and this video was just a montage of me sucking at the game. Every stupid thing I did, every mistake I made, every dumb piece of commentary I said, all thrown into one.
Not gonna lie, those compilations are some of the greatest compilations ever. We all suck at video games to an extent. I find that when I play one style of game for too long and I don't play, let's say I do driving sims, and then I go to an RPG, for a time I am not very good, because I end up being put on the back foot because I'm unfamiliar with the control layout. It's understandable. The problem with you, DSP, is, unlike me, where last night I played God of War and we had some issues, I don't get frustrated, you get irate and start to take it out on your audience, which is what you do.
It was a very entertaining video. People loved it. And it got like 1 million views on YouTube. So, me being very stupid and big-headed back then.
Yes.
Did I respond positively and be like, wow, that's great. Maybe I should buy into this. Maybe I'll make my own videos razzing myself or whatever.
Yeah.
No, I'm an idiot. I'm a big-headed, stubborn idiot. And instead, I start, like, getting pissed at the guy. I start insulting him, saying he's stealing my content. He did that without my permission.
Aren't you doing that now? Weren't you just doing that now?
There's about to be a semantics-related insertion of argumentation here from Phil, and there's nothing wrong with it, but because of fair use, I have to interject for a second, because of a very important word he is about to use. The difference with what happened back then to what happened now is the style of the content. It's very important. If someone is just directly re-uploading your content, it's theft. It breaches fair use. Back then, clip channels had an advantage, an edge, because they were so prolific in finding the best bits.
Like, because the Detractors, you're saying that they were re-uploading your content and they're doing the same thing? Because you just said that like maybe 10 minutes ago.
You're right, and the difference is today, they're doing absolutely nothing transformative whatsoever.
Okay.
They are literally just stealing the content, and like that Raw Phil channel you just mentioned, all he does is rip my shit plain and just puts it on his channel.
Right.
He's not making a criticism, he's not reviewing my content. He's just fucking stealing it.
I'm going to go ahead and surmise that Phil has given up on dealing with these channels now where he has a leg to stand on. If he has a leg to stand on and fair use has been violated, he, the creator, is well within his right to report the channel and the content because of YouTube's terms of service for theft. I'm going to assume, though, because of his previous experience with them, YouTube that is, concerning the, for example, machinima stuff, he would not want to because he knows YouTube or believes YouTube will not be on his side. Considering the more recent takings down of channels that is taking place, mass demonetization of channels as well because of updated terms of service that is punishing so many people, I'm somewhat impressed he hasn't done that, in the knowledge that he has a better chance now of winning. And there will be some shorts covering channels that have been demonetized or deplatformed in the near future. Moistmas is going to be a very busy month. Shorts and videos and streams galore.
I've seen a number of these videos, and I'll admit, it does seem like you ask for money a lot. It seems like you do it a lot. Like, so, because, like, for example...
Here's the thing.
Well, like...
Okay, go ahead.
So there was a donation goal for you to wear a hat.
Yes.
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 So, go, please, continue.
Continue
Can you
what?
expand on
there
that?
Was a donation goal for
okay,
a hat.
So how does that work, right? How much money was it? What kind of hat was it? Was the chat able to decide it? How does a hat goal work?
Wait, are we allowed to do hat goals? If so, can I get one from Blade Hats, that custom hat place that do really cool top hats? I kind of want to get one with a skull on the top. It'd look really nice, but like obscenely expensive. Can I do that? Nah, I can't. I'll go win the lottery first. If we do get to decide the hat, can we make sure it's one that's encrusted? I have no idea what we're going to encrust it with, but I'm certain we, the wonderful folk of the Oikery, can work it out. What should Phil's hat be encrusted with?
I had tiered rewards for a few years there. I'd say 3-4 years almost.
Yeah.
Probably, where every stream I would have, like, if I hit a certain threshold of support, I would put on a hat of your choice. I would put on a vest of your choice. The vest was a big one.
Oh, okay.
For a long time, I was hitting a goal and I would put on a vest, and people freaked out because I had like 10 different vests that I would put on during the stream. The running joke was, when you go tune into one of these booby streamers, right? You give them money and they're gonna take clothes off. They're gonna jump in a hot tub. Well, DSP does it the other way. You give me money, I'm gonna put shit on.
There are a number of streamers I have seen over the years. There's a drummer called Sunfire. Is that her name? Or her Twitch handle? She does costumes. But some do it as a themed thing now as opposed to hitting a donation goal. If you're on camera and you do costume days, nowadays the e-bag side of it isn't as prominent as it once was. But it did used to be a thing. I will admit it was a thing. However, this is one aspect of Phil's e-begging. It's not the one that irks people the most. The amount of entitlement where he talks about wanting to do shows and needing to do shows, and for these shows to do well, you have to hit a certain donation goal. When the goal is hit, yeah, but you could do more, guys. And if you don't do it, then he cries about it and expects more from you. It's not great. My friend Cog streams all the time. He sets a goal, yeah. He doesn't beg it up like Phil. It's just there. Talks about it, sure. Links are put in the chat on a regular by bots or himself. Nothing really beyond that. It's a part of the entertainment. With Phil, it's not a part of the entertainment. It's a part of the con, and that's the part where the interpersonal skills, or lack thereof from Phil, comes back to bite him, because people don't enjoy that. The entitlement that is.
So it is like an e-girl.
What's that?
It is like an e-girl. They're there to see if she's going to wear the bikini.
Yeah, in some ways, you're absolutely right. I would say so. Yeah, it was the opposite thing, but yeah, it was kind of like that. And I got tired of it. I don't want to do that. I want to be making streams where people are showing up because they like the content I'm doing, whether it's the game playthrough or just hanging out with me, a podcast, whatever it is. I don't want them to be here to see if I'm putting on a vest today. I think that's stupid.
Might I recommend then something for you, Phil, for your amusement? Whereas you believe the vest is played out, which is totally fine, why don't you get something and make it a goal to put it on like a hat? Even if it's something as daft as like a mushroom on your head. Yeah, like Toad from frickin' Mario. A mask, a helmet, something where you can interchange it every so often, keep it seasonal and rotate it. That would be vastly more entertaining than you simply expecting people to turn up to observe and consume the content and then give you at least $150 per stream.
So you decided, so you've divested from the vest streams. I think that's probably a good idea. So now basically instead of paying you to put on a vest, what do they pay you for now? Just for nothing?
Just to support the stream because they like the content and they want to see it continue. Here's the difference, though. And again, this is just people that used to criticize me. They had a fair point, and now I think things have changed.
Right.
As you can, I don't know. Well, actually, can you see me on camera right now? Like, do you
I
see
can
my
see
set
you.
and everything?
Yes.
Okay.
With the turkey in the background.
Yeah, as you can see, I put some money into my set recently. I upgraded everything. The camera's now nice HD quality and everything.
Rather annoyingly, I've run out of time to go through any more of this video today, but there's nothing saying I won't go through more of it if you want me to. Let me know in the comments. To respond to what he has said about investing in his products, I fully understand that. However, I do believe you need to set some goals for your audience to engage with them, rather than just be donating to you. I had a running gag joke for the Get Meg Out of Syria fund. It was just a meme. It was a meme because Chantal set her goal at $10,000. She did not hit $10,000. You know that because she still isn't driving, has no scooter, and her streams center around her just staring at her chat the whole time. She would do better if she was playing a mobile game on her phone at least, but she's far too lazy. Phil, investing in his set and bragging about it, that's all well and good, Phil, but you should be doing that anyway. It's not a flex. And you've made a lot of money. You still make a lot of money. It is an impressive feat for somebody like yourself to still be going. When you had opportunities to make more money, you stuck it out with this instead, because your ego doesn't let you be second fiddle. You have to be in control of everything, which is why you are so retentive and unwilling to do things that better you by making changes, discernible changes. With everything we discuss, I'd love to know what you all think. I am streaming later, many times, many places. I'll link them, maybe. They're probably in the link tree in the description. Yeah. If I don't see you there, have a wonderful day. Don't forget, Sunday evening, 10 PM UK time, Part 1, Amberlin Reed's End of Year Review. Moistmas is upon us, guys. Bring snacks.